Yes, people. What's going on? It's Eagle Talks Football, and we're back again with another video. Today on Vibes from the Six, we are going to preview the Manchester City Liverpool game. We are going to preview the Newcastle Chelsea game. We're going to preview Arsenal versus Brentford, Everton versus Manchester United, and Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Or is it Aston Villa versus Tottenham? Whichever way it is, we're going to figure it out. I got a beautiful panel for you guys, a wonderful panel. We got my guy Winter Surfer coming on, Rack coming on, Jay is going to be in the building, and of course, Vader. We're going to talk about all the games and a little bit of controversy. There's been a scandal with Manchester City. There's been a scandal with Chelsea, and there's been a scandal with Tottenham. Personally, for me, I don't believe any of it. I think it's just the media are extremely bored, and they've just been they've been throwing out BS stories left, right, and center because they have nothing else to talk about. But hey, we'll get on to it right now in the stream. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you hit a like on the video, and if you do, subscribe to the channel if you're new. But yeah, let's get the show started. And also, of course, everyone in the chat, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know where you're watching from and everything else in the comment section, because I see a lot of you guys from all over the world. I think I had the other day, someone was watching, I had like 14% of the people watching from Malaysia. I was like, wow, amazing. Let's get this show started though. Big up Vader in the building, Manchester City fan, repping Man City every single day in the gym, as you can see. We got Rack in the building, repping Liverpool. Rack in the building, repping Liverpool.
Listen, we color coordinate, all three of us. You're a little bit more dark than us, Igal, but look, me and Vader, we're color coordinates, man. We got the memo. Go.
The City pool is living strong, and we got Winter Surfer in the building, also color coordinated with you guys. You're mute, Winter Surfer.
No, yes, I did color coordinate. Just give me a second.
Listen, if you guys know why
wardrobe change.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's start by talking about the scandals. Surely we don't believe all these scandals are accurate, because it doesn't come out of nowhere that Everton get a points deduction. There's nothing to talk about in the transfer window, and then out of nowhere they just start saying Chelsea's going to get relegated, Man City's going to get relegated, Tottenham are going to get a points deduction. And if you don't know what's going on, Tottenham potentially could get a points deduction over Jermaine Defoe's transfer in 2008. Man City's points deduction situation is over the 115 charges, and Chelsea self-reported on themselves about irregularities in their finances under Roman Abramovich, and basically have come forward with the information, and now they're saying they could get relegated over that too. I personally don't believe any of it, but I want to know what you guys think. Start with Vader, I guess, or
okay, I'll go first.
Go ahead, Silver.
So I just don't.
Yes,
think
boys.
Yes, Jay.
I just.
Jay, we're talking about the media making 4 scandals in 1 month.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, right? To see people talk about Spurs like we're criminals, like the rest of them, like.
Whoa!
The thing is, you can be in prison for murder. You can be in prison for murder, or you can be in prison for stealing, like, I don't know, like a crate of Mars bars. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they're trying to say that me and the guy on the lifers wing are the same guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's be fair, Beta. I am not your cellmate. I know you might be trying to position me as your son. I am not your cellmate, Beta.
Listen,
let's go to Winter Surfer. Winter Surfer, what do you got to say about Chelsea's charges?
I just listen. We've reported on ourselves. We haven't been charged yet. I just don't think that billionaires would report themselves without having legally gone over everything with their own lawyers. So, listen. I think it's how far do you go back as well. Do you know what I mean? Because for us, we're talking 10, 11 years. Spurs, they're talking 15. I mean, there's people that are born that support Spurs that are younger than that. I don't even know about Jermaine Defoe. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's. I think I don't know. It's like they've all come up. See, the Defoe one is a 2-year investigation apparently. That's just popped up. That's what I heard on Talk Sport. They've been doing this for 2 years. The Defoe. I know it was done like 2008.
Honestly, it's because they're bored.
Yeah, they looked into it again for 2 years, and I was going, why does it take you 2 years if it already happened before? Do you know what I mean? It's like that.
One thing I just say on the Spurs thing is like, it's like the new information is literally just a report of what happened at the time. There is no new information. And they basically say, oh, they said to Daniel Levy, you don't have... We weren't on track. Like, I'm trying to understand. In 2009-10, yeah, when people are doing all these transfers and somebody might appoint an agent to work on their behalf, how many times would somebody not have the correct rep email? Yeah, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. And I'm saying, like, people are lumping us in with Luton. Like, Luton had a temper. Luton was sending money from offshore accounts. They went to, like, it's just, they just, listen, I get it. And if Spurs have done something wrong, you know, I see at worst a fine, maybe up to like $250,000 or something like that. I can't see, if you're basically saying that we didn't have a representation email for a licensed agent that we used, but everything's still recorded, then that's an administration type breach for me, and that's like X level of punishment.
I hear that.
Now,
I hear that.
if you want to give us a points deduction, okay, then I need you to send Manchester City if they're found guilty.
Whoa!
No
need to talk about me. No need to talk about me.
That's where they need to go.
Vader, this should be kumbaya.
Vader was
together.
This is where it's messed up.
Vader was just about to agree with you. Vader was nodding your head, and then you suddenly mentioned Manchester City. No, you're going too far. You're going too far.
This is where we no longer agree. You sip your wine right there, my friend. Sip it while you can, because that's not what you're going to be getting. Listen. I feel for you, and I was nodding my head when you're talking about like if it's like these administrative, this like clerical, these like minor things. I get all that. You think these 115 happen to be big level breaches? No, a lot of it is that minute cross your T's, dot your I's stuff. Jay, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. If that's the case, you know. Pay that little fine, couple points deduction. I get you. If it's
couple points,
things, that's what it is. I'm with you in that regard.
A couple points, we win the league. Liverpool wins the league.
No. This is going back, Gal. This is going back. It has nothing to do with last season or recency. This is going back. Jay was talking about 2009, 2010. You want to talk about that for us? Cool. We'll do that.
Let me just before we go. One second. Just before we go to Rock to finish off this topic, Detroit Rocks in the house. Shout out to you all the way from Detroit. Jason saying, Jay, keep the same energy, bro. We got United Spurs of America. Jacob saying, big up y'all. Surfer is a fraud. And then we got my guy Richo 63. Yo, commiserations for the charges to Everton and the points deduction. But happy birthday, bro. 65 years. Wow. What a wonderful age, man.
He's not dead, man.
No. We should all celebrate that, man. I'm looking to get that age.
65 is good, man.
I'm picking him up.
I'm just saying, like, you sounded like you're about to start eulogizing. I was like,
I'm picking him up. I'm celebrating his life. Like, it's not like you could.
His life is not dead.
I apologize, you
guys.
Celebrating
somebody when they're alive.
He's celebrating.
You had me in the first half. You had me in the first half.
I think people are so used to celebrating people's lives when they're dead. They don't celebrate them when they're alive. That's a problem.
Let's celebrate Rich Show. Big up Rich Show.
Everyone in the chat, put a happy birthday emoji in the chat for Rich. Big up Hamza's piano. Hamza's piano has been everywhere lately. But yeah, let's go to good old Rack. Rack, how you feeling about Liverpool and all these, seeing all these things happening, and you know Liverpool's not involved?
Vader sounds like he's just about to bring up hacking a database at the moment.
Hey, the database didn't hack itself, Rob.
Listen, about the database, does anyone actually know what happened?
No, tell us.
About hacking, okay. So the hacking of databases, we recruited a couple of people from Man City. Those people who were from Man City, they used that system. Man City didn't change the password, and then all they did is, and so like hack. It's not like some dude is sitting there in his bedroom, trying to like what's that brute force the system. That's not exactly what happened. Man City just decided not to. Everyone's logged into their own work. Everyone's logged into their own. No, I'm not. What I'm saying. No, but 1 minute. But what I'm saying is that technically you can use the word hacking. In reality, it's not like this was a concerted effort by Liverpool to break into and obtain some kind of crazy. So anyway, but Vader, is that a reasonably accurate description of what happened, at least in terms of the situation?
Before you answer the question, Vader, can I ask you this question, right?
Are you his lawyer?
I live in a house now. I used to live in a flat. Now, are you saying to me, based on your understanding, that I can go back to my old flat, yeah? And as long as they haven't changed the locks, I'm entitled to walk into that flat and do as I please. Is that what you're insinuating, sir?
It's not a breaking and entering. Is that what he's saying? He's trying to say it's not a breaking.
What I'm saying is, but is it, that would be a criminal matter, right? That would be a criminal matter in that instance. I'm not sure whether hacking into a not publicly available, but a system that many other people use.
They're all on the keyboard. Listen, they logged in and they weren't allowed to. That is hacking.
You know what, guys? Let's shift this away to Everton.
Wait. About the other instance. So Spurs situation, I don't know quite as much. Although I did watch an interview that they had with Sky Andrew, who was Defoe's former agent, and Matt, was it Matt Lawson from the Mail
on Talk Sport?
So yeah. So on Talk Sport. Didn't really see. Listen, there's been loads of stuff going on with agents over the last 15, 20 years. At one point, they were totally unregulated, and then they became regulated, and now I don't know what's going on. So the whole situation with agents has been a bit crazy. I don't think that's in the same ballpark of seriousness as what Chelsea and City are being accused with. Because
let Raf cook. Let him cook.
The reason. Oh look, now you're on my side. Now you're on my side.
Listen, let him cook.
Listen. No, listen. The reason for this is, and there's a City fan. I'm sure Vader knows him. A guy called Stefan, who's a lawyer and is exactly. He's well versed in all this kind of stuff. Potentially what City and Chelsea this is very far reaching, because you're not only talking about football, you're talking about non-football related fraud. You're talking about if you're paying somebody and a salary when they're supposed to have been paid in the UK, but you're paying outside to an offshore account via third party, however you want. There's tax involved with that, and there's all kinds of other implications involved with that. And if your company, anybody who knows, like I've got my own company, if you start declaring stuff that's inaccurate, that is fraud. The accounts that you're submitting are fraudulent accounts. That is a criminal offence. This is very far-reaching and could have massive implications, not just footballing, but also outside the footballing realm. So that's why there's a difference. What Spurs are being accused of. Is a footballing related crime, but it doesn't stretch into the realms of fraud as far as I'm aware. If you could maybe talk about breaking contract law, but I don't know. It's a different story. We shall see, because inevitably stuff will come out in the wash. People have been saying for a long time how not so much now, but certainly at the start. City are spending a shitload of money. Chelsea are spending a shitload of money. How are they managing to spend this money? We'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Let's move on a little bit now. Everton have been given a points deduction. They're facing Manchester United. This is going to galvanize them. This is going to get them excited, ready to go for this game. And I think it's going to be a situation where they could be out of the relegation zone by the end of the month. Easy, or maybe after this game even. So I want to know what you guys think. Could Everton now take this points deduction that they've received? Fire it all back at Manchester United.
Congratulations, Igal. Congratulations for having been to Everton already this season. Yeah, because this stadium from now until the end of the season is going to be peak cauldron. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what an Everton Ultra looks like. Yeah, but we're going to find out, because I'm telling you, yeah.
It's just a Liverpool fan in a blue shirt. That's all it is. Just a Liverpool fan in a blue shirt.
Listen. So I'm just saying, Everton, Dyche has got them. He had them cooking anyway. They were starting to sizzle. That game against Liverpool, Fair's fair. If Klopp's not bitching out the referees before the game, Liverpool go down to 10 men and it's 10v10 at 0-0. So to me, I'm like, they've beaten some good sides this season. United having to come to their stadium after an international break. It like, honestly, I think United will do well to get anything out of this game. Like,
what's your score, bro?
I think this stadium is going to be absolutely pumping. It's going to be a very hard game for United. Calvert-Lewin fit, ready to go. Like, they got Decore playing peak number 10. He's playing like Ozil, drifting, dropping into pockets. Decore.
Jay, what's your score prediction? Put a ball on it.
Oh man, I'm gonna go 2-1 Everton.
All right, quickly, guys. Let's try to get past this game. I'm gonna go 1-1 draw. I think they both cancel each other out, and I just don't think Everton have enough quality to beat them easily. It's going to be a tough game, and Manchester United are going to get an equalizer late in the game, as they always do, and try to push for a winner. But they're not going to have
fancy Calvert-Lewin to do some dunking.
So, bro, Calvert-Lewin is busy doing modeling. Have you seen he's wearing a new skirt this week? That's his thing. Oh, wow. That's his thing. That's his thing. Literally, go on his Instagram. Every day he's wearing a new skirt. It's weird, but that's his thing. Let him be.
I think this is the easiest team talk Sean Dyche ever has to give in his career right now. Siege mentality, like you said though, they could be out before Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So, I think their P&P midfield is going to stomp all over United's midfield. But like you said, I still think it's going to be a close game because it's not like they're free scoring. So I agree with Jerry. I think like 2-1. But like a 2-1 where United get a consolation at the end. Do you know what I mean? Something like that.
Quickly, just to answer this question, I don't think Ten Hag's going to get sacked if they lose this game.
No.
He just won 4 out of his last 5, and they've been parading it for the longest time.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
He has a little credit in the bank, even though they could get knocked out of the Champions League. Rack, what are you saying? Score prediction.
United are terrible. They are so terrible that I can't see them winning this game. And Everton are going to be galvanised. I still question in the long term how far that galvanisation will get them, but it'll probably get them to avoid relegation. United are going to get thumped. I reckon it's going to be 3-1.
Wow.
3-1. Okay. Wow. And Vader, to
end
it off?
I kind of saw it similar to you, Miguel. I thought it was going to be like a 1-0 really late in the game, and unfortunately not Everton getting the win. I think United get another draw out of this one. I think United they tied up 1-1 late in this game. It's going to be a draw, man.
Boom. Just to save time, let's get the other North London derby teams out of the way, because I feel like our games are going to be quite easy to predict. Arsenal versus Brentford. I mean Brentford versus Arsenal. Ramsdale's first game in the Premier League since he's got dropped for Raya. Since
former number 1 is back.
Raya can't. Oh, okay, yeah.
Raya can't play this game, so Ramsdale's going to start. I'm going to go
with. Why can't Raya play?
Because he's on loan, isn't he? His parent club. He's on loan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Right? Ramsdale had the whole drama with Ramsdale had the drama with his father mid international break, where his father came out and said he's lost his smile. He could potentially want out of the club. Blah blah blah. Basically hinting at rumors about him leaving. And luckily, not too many injuries. No injuries to report at this moment in time. So we're going to go into this game quite fit. And I'm thinking we're going to beat Brentford. And I'm going to go with a clean sheet. Ramsdale is going to be galvanized to get a clean sheet on his return back to starting in the Premier League. And I think that everyone's going to want to back him and get him that opportunity to keep his place. So let's see what happens.
Wait. Sorry, you think the clean sheet is going to be due to his performance or your defense?
I think it's going to be due to his performance plus the defense. So I think the whole back line is going to be working in unison, and it's going to be and our defense has been really good this season. But I do believe Rams is going to have more encouragement than ever before to have his best game ever. And if he's shaky, that's the only place where we could potentially lose.
So do you think a good performance from Ramsdale, clean sheet, looking galvanized, does it then cause who's
all it could do
be the keeper moving forward?
All it could do is earn him some Champions League minutes, because he hasn't gotten a minute in the Champions League yet. And I think that's kind of harsh.
So regardless, okay, I got you.
So
what are you saying?
I'm saying You guys are winning this, man. This is Brentford. You're Arsenal. All right. This isn't gonna be. This isn't gonna be
that
like.
sounded nice.
Yeah. I respect what you guys are doing. I think you guys get the win here. It's coming out off international break. I think you guys also know the importance of getting this win because you know City is going to be playing a difficult match against Liverpool. So yeah, you guys do what you got to do.
Elder here is praying for a Ramsey howler. We have someone here saying 3-1. Let me know score predictions in the comments, guys. And what do you think is going to happen in the game? I hope Ramsey keeps his nose clean and gets a chance against Lens. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, by the way, did you guys see the ridiculous quote by Jesus? Jesus comes out.
Why is it ridiculous?
What did he say? What did he say?
Well, I mean, if he is your starting 9 and you're going for the title,
I will tell you back in a second.
You've got Haaland. It's not ridiculous to you, Victor.
In the last month, we've had Zinchenko come out as a left back and say he's not a good defender. We've had Aaron Ramsdale as a goalkeeper say he's not good at concentrating. And today we have a statement coming from Jesus saying that goal scoring is not his strong suit, and he's our striker.
Yeah, but you knew that.
I personally think at this point we have to turn him into Joe Linton and play him on left center mid
because not that good.
Because this might be where we can get the best out of him. Because if he's not a striker,
he's good on the wings though.
Yeah, he could be a winger.
He's a facilitator.
We're gonna have to next season. He can't be our number 9.
Yeah, if Jesus was still at City, and he got to play the Alvarez role this
what a
season,
difference a year makes.
You would see a lot of quality.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's not
to be the assister, and it's difficult to be the. It's like, I don't know how many of you watch basketball, but it's almost like a Kyrie Irving thing. Like, do you know what I mean? He's good enough to be. Don't
compare him to Kyrie. Kyrie,
I'm not talking about personality. I'm talking about the quality level. Like,
no.
Good enough to
I'm
be
saying Kyrie is much better than Jesus.
I think perceptually, in terms of their ability, Jesus is a top striker. He has every attribute you want, apart from being able to finish, which is kind of detrimental to being a striker. But
Kyrie's the opposite. Kyrie's one of the best finishers in NBA history.
No, but what you're being too literal with the comparison. What I'm more looking at is more Kyrie not being able to lead a team to be successful, in terms of Kyrie not being the person. He can't be the number 1 guy and you win. Yeah. And that's the same with Jesus. He can't be the lead.
Can Jesus be the second best player on the team? I don't think he can even be the second.
Where is the leadership coming from at Arsenal?
The leadership at Arsenal comes from, honestly, the more experienced players and the players who produce week in, week out. Like,
no, but yeah, which player is that? Which player?
For example, let me give you. So right now, Jorginho's been some of one of the leaders. You have Declan Rice, who's been showing leadership in the midfield and bossing the games. Back line, I would say the person who's been the leader in the back line has been Gabriel Magalhaes, and then everyone else has been quite young and they lead by example. We don't have to cut it out.
That expression, that sound that Vader just made.
I'm gonna let that sit right there. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Listen, long story short, I'm willing to say Gabriel Jesus should not have said this. Same way Ramsdale shouldn't have said this. You don't want your players being honest. 1 second. I like the honesty, but sometimes I think the media PR, they need to speak to these players and tell them don't put certain things out there. Your concentration as a goalkeeper is a strong suit. You don't want that out there.
He got distracted by pigeons on
1 second. Let's talk to Winter Surfer. Winter Surfer has had some stuff come out about his club with Kepa. He would have rather Kepa not say those things, right? Oh, is he there?
No, I think he's
frozen. No, he's frozen. No,
yeah.
So Bobby Firmino, and let's be clear, he's no Bobby Firmino. His strong suit wasn't scoring goals.
Bobby Firmino, though, isn't he?
I mean, I wouldn't say his link-up play and his facilitation is in the same level. At least not
Jesus in between Mane and Salah. How big is the differential?
I don't think he has the same level of creativity and facilitation.
I'm not comparing him to Firmino right now because Firmino.
But this is the thing. Arguably, to make up for that, you need better. If that's going to be your role, then you need better output from Saka and Martinelli because that's what we had. And the problem is if you're not getting the output from all 3 of them, or at least not to the required level, then you need to consider how you're gonna make up that differential.
That's a great point.
But yeah, that was all I was gonna say.
Winter Surfer, I was gonna ask you before it got disconnected. Do you had Kepa come out with this whole? You've had a lot of players come out recently with statements about Chelsea. Don't you think these guys should just keep it to themselves, or do you encourage the honesty?
Once they leave, I don't pay them any attention, so they can say what they want. I don't.
Okay,
I don't listen. All I will say is this: it's not as if they didn't win stuff here or they weren't paid well or something like that. And listen, prove it. Go do it somewhere else. If you had such a bad time, then go somewhere else and prove that you're better there. Do you know what I mean? Just don't have to look back and stuff, because the only people that get upset are fans, because fans put their hard-earned money and they supported the players when they were here. So it's disrespectful to the fans.
And Silver.
That's what it is.
And guys, just because we're short on time, I'm going to try to get your predictions.
Havertz at left back. Havertz at left back. Havertz at left back.
Havertz at left back is never going to happen at Arsenal. We are not turning Havertz into Dan Burns. I'm sorry. But my score prediction, guys.
He'd be lucky to be Dan Burns.
I'm going with a 2-0 Arsenal victory. What are you guys saying?
Yeah,
3-0 like last year.
I'll co-sign the 2-0. And another reason, I just want to add this. The reason why Igal doesn't like his players coming out with this honesty is because it kills the narratives and the agendas that he has. It kills the fact that we all know that Zinchenko's not a good defender. It kills the fact that we've said that Ramsdale does not have that focus to be the number one guy. And it kills the fact that we've been saying for a long time, Jesus, strong point, hasn't been putting the ball in the back of the net. He hates that it's out there and it's truthful now.
You want to know something? That's just your opinion. We don't know. Anyways,
you want to know something? Okay. All right.
Let's
see you later. Goodbye.
Rack, what's your score prediction?
Arsenal will win 2-1.
And Jay, we're gonna go
because I've not had a chance. Real quick synopsis is: I think this game's going to be a lot harder than people are saying. I think Brentford have played well at times, and the thing with Brentford, if they're still at 0-0 or 1-1 or in the game at 60 minutes, they're causing problems. They rope-a-dope Chelsea when they played them. Didn't play well in the first half. Came out second half, knocked them out. Yeah, they played well against Spurs when they drew against us first game of the season. Yeah, they've lost Rico Henry. I'm looking at this more from the point of view when Liverpool played Brentford. Brentford were as good as Liverpool. Liverpool were just very clinical, yeah, in that game, in my opinion, right? Okay. So Arsenal can be hit and miss with their clinicalness. Longer this game goes on, and Brentford are able to keep a decent mid-low block and counter Arsenal, and Brentford do a lot of attacking down the wings, kind of can help negate Rice. They're not going down the middle. They're going down the wings, the wide positions, and Mbuemo's in good form. Wisa. So I think it just depends on how focused Arsenal and how put together they are after the international break. If they're not, it's 1-1. Honestly, in my opinion, it's 1-1. If they are, they can nick it 2-1, but I think Brentford will be very game. I think Thomas Frank has impressed me a lot this season. He's showing some more stuff, in terms of possession and patterns, and he's not just a low block and counter merchant.
And you want to know something? I said 2 weeks ago on the Football Terrace when I was speaking to Will Stewart that Tottenham are going to lose their next 3 games. This is your second game. You're going to lose. You're going to lose this game now too. Reason being, you got Christian Romero out. You got what do you call it?
The third game.
Out. You got Van de Ven out. You still have Madison out, and with Madison gone, your creativity has gone down the drain. Understandably so. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Aston Villa victory, and Aston Villa are now going to overtake Spurs potentially in the table very soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think 1 point difference, huh?
Okay, all righty then. First and foremost, you've got the teams the wrong way around. We're at home, so yeah. So it's Tottenham. Tottenham are at home, not Villa. Yeah, as much as you're looking forward to
style. This Aston Villa at Spurs.
I hear that. Just it might change people's opinion. Listen, Diaby Watkins, that's a scary thing. So I think our counter to that is going to be, you might see that Chelsea high line again. I'm not going to lie. If your option is you've got Davies and Dyer.
If he does that from minute 1.
Listen, bro,
with
listen, at the
Dyer
end
and
of the day,
Davis.
right? There's more than one way to skin a cat, and all I'm saying is Watkins and
Yo,
Diaby.
wait, Udogie and Basuma are out also.
Udogie's back.
Basuma's back.
Bazuma's suspended.
Oh wow, you're finished. You're finished.
Why is he so happy? You guys so happy. No, he got
listen. Did you see I've been celebrating this. I've been dancing on streams, telling them the downfalls here. I've been telling them they know that they're done.
Hold on.
These guys were talking. These guys were talking so crazy 2 weeks ago. Jay's actually been humble.
At the end of the day, right? It's not a downfall of what you're saying. The downfall is basically Spurs. We all know do not have the squad for it at the moment. Yeah, they're very early in what they're trying to do. And Spurs, in one game, lost 4/5 players, arguably starters. They lost Udogie, Romero, Van de Ven, Maddison, and then Richarlison had surgery. So they lost 5 players in one game. That's unheard of. So now you're here like, oh, even against Wolves, yeah, Spurs managed to drag themselves to 90 minutes and be 1-0 up. And then they fucked it. Yeah,
Wolves are tough.
So what I'm trying to say here is that yes, Spurs are looking. It's looking dangerous for us at the moment. If I'm being honest, like
spit out a score prediction.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
What?
We're gonna win. Like at the end of the day, Villa are a good side. They don't travel amazingly. I'm looking for a game like Newcastle versus Villa, first game of the season.
We're going to talk about Newcastle versus Chelsea later. But so I just need score predictions, guys, and quick.
Listen, we're winning. We're winning this game. Bentancur slides in. 3-2 Spurs.
Okay. Jay wrote it down 3-2. Done. What are you saying, Rack? What's your score prediction and quick synopsis?
I think it could be high scoring. The fact that Spurs have got their 2 main centre backs out is interesting, and I think Villa have a decent attack. I think I could see it being quite end-to-end, especially if as Jay mentioned, they aim with a higher line. So I'm gonna go 3-2 Spurs as well. I think
3-2. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You're backing Jay. Let's see what Vader has to say. Vader, you backing me or are you backing Jay and Rock?
It's not about backing you or Jay because I don't like
He's like, I don't like either of you motherfuckers.
He's like, F everybody. What you saying?
I think Unai is gonna do the thing. I think he's gonna do the thing and realize that he's got a wounded animal right now. He needs to pounce and take advantage. I think Aston Villa is the healthier team. And I'm not going to call it a masterclass. I'm not going to do anything shameless like that. But I think he gets the win. I think it'll be like a 2-1.
Shots fired at me once again. I see how it is. As always, we finish off with the team that we're going to go to next. Winter Surfer. Finish off with this game, and then we're going to start with the Newcastle game. What's your prediction for this game?
Jay's very correct. Aston Villa don't travel well this season, but if this guy plays that high line with this Aston Villa team, they will get Spurs will get destroyed. I'm going with if he plays the high line, I'm going 4-0 Villa.
Whoo!
Wow.
4-0 Villa. And then now,
you're on mute, Jay.
One second.
If he plays the high line.
Now,
if he doesn't,
with that being said,
2-0.
With that being said, we now have to talk about your team. You're going away to Newcastle.
What do you mean with that being said? He said 4-0 away. That needs to be disgusting, Gal. That needs to be.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I have a hard finish.
Yeah, I know we need to go fast, but you can at least probe that statement. He said 4-0 Villa away.
You can mention it when we talk about Chelsea. Okay? You can take things back. Now,
okay.
Newcastle are an injury-riddled team with multiple players out from their first team. Chelsea are currently on a resurgence. They're on a high. They've just gotten a 4-4 draw versus Man City. They won a couple games, and they're seeing their team score goals again. Do you think you can go away to St. James's Park and get all 3 points? Because for me, I'm still very skeptical that this young Chelsea team can match the physicality of Newcastle, even with these injuries. So I'm going to go with the Newcastle win. I think Newcastle win, but it's going to be a small margins, one goal lead one goal margin between the two of you. I do think there's going to be goals in this game, so I'm going to go with a 2-1 Newcastle victory. And it's mainly because I don't know if you're going to be able to match their physicality away from home and be up for this game, because it's not a top 6 matchup. But yeah, what are you saying?
So we've won the last 2 out of 3 there, but overall history of this fixture says that we don't do well up there, even with our best teams. I agree with you. I don't trust this team to do anything at this moment in time. They played well the last few games, but I don't know if they've got big time Charlie mentality. So I agree. Listen, they've got injuries and stuff like that, but if they play like they did against Bournemouth, then yeah, I would fancy us, because against Bournemouth they were absolutely terrible. But like I said, we don't. I've got no confidence in this team to do what they need to do. So.
Oh, we lost them?
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, I think you're back, I think. But yo, just to let you know, Fabrizio Romano tweeted that Nkunku's back and he just put his football boots back on for the first time.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
I'd like to think he's put his boots on before just now, if he's hoping to make it back for the weekend. But I hear the sentiment, you go, yeah.
Nah, I'm just trolling. As Winter Surfer is kind of disconnected, Jay, do you have anything to say, or you want to wait until
Chelsea, like Newcastle, if Newcastle can give me the performance they gave me against Arsenal, that should be enough for them to win this game. Like that level of performance, it would be enough, I think. Can they give me that level of performance? Hopefully. Get Chelsea playing these. Look, Chelsea have enjoyed playing against teams that are playing a little bit more further forward. I know they really enjoyed the City game, but City still scored 4 goals on them. Like, for me, that's like, I could never be happy drawing 4-4 at home. Like, I just couldn't be happy.
You were happy drawing 2-2.
Pardon?
You were happy drawing 2-2.
With who?
With Arsenal, Chelsea.
We were away and we lost to Chelsea 4-1. We killed ourselves and they fed on our carcass. But that's another story for another day. My main focus, do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't kill us. They didn't kill us.
They didn't kill us. We committed suicide.
That's what I'm saying. They fed off our carcass.
You know what?
Okay.
One person slapping is another person's self-destruction.
Exactly. Like, treating us like decomposing waste. But the thing is about Chelsea and Newcastle, right? Like, Chelsea are embracing this run of games. I'm really annoyed that we gave them the 3 points when they played us, even though they did play well at
Everyone
times.
keeps saying they gave them the 3 points. Eventually, we
did give them the 3 points. We were winning 1-0, and then
we gave them 2 points. I mean,
you didn't give them 2 points. They were giving you an ass whooping, and then Sanchez had a brain fart.
What about City?
You versus City?
No, what about City versus thing?
That's 4-4. City defended like drunks. Gvardiol and Diaz, those 2 goals where Diaz slides for no reason, Gvardiol gives the ball away for no reason. That's a 4-2 game. City gave them 2 goals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they gave them, and Chelsea even still, you know, like.
So are Newcastle going to give them a goal? That's my point.
No, listen, I'm saying it goes in circles. Like Liverpool, when they had 9 men against Spurs, that was an easier game for us to get the points versus playing 11 versus 11 when they were cooking. Do you know what I mean? So it's like every team has opportunities at different points in time to have the advantage over other teams. And it's up to whether they play like City, no De Bruyne. All these teams in the second half of the season, who are going to have to play against De Bruyne. Let's get our points now. Feast now when KDB's not here.
Yeah, you've gone everywhere. You've gone everywhere. You've talked about City. You've talked about every team.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm floating. Back to Liverpool, Chelsea. I think not Liverpool, Chelsea. Who's Chelsea? Newcastle, Chelsea.
Newcastle.
Give me a 1-0 Newcastle win with a dubious goal. That's what I'm looking for. 1-0 Newcastle.
Okay. He wants Anthony Gordon recap 2.0.
I want a dodgy penalty. One that the referee gives and VAR thinks, ooh, I want to overturn it, but there's not enough evidence. That's the
I
kind
never
of
want
penalty I'm
dodgy.
looking for.
I don't want nothing dodgy for anybody. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. But let's continue. But before we go any further, guys, hit that like button and big up Matthew. He says Chelsea struggle versus low blocks. 100% they do. I don't know where Winter Surfer is. Basically, it came to his team and his internet disappointed him, just like his team sometimes.
Can you just address one thing in the comments, because people are like they don't want to give Chelsea credit. Chelsea still not 10th.
I give Chelsea credit.
What credit do I need to give a team for a team to spend £1 billion and go from 3rd to finishing 12th to then
Who commented that?
then being 10th? Like, what credit are you due that I am not giving you? Like, what do I?
By the way, 1 second. I don't know if you were on the last stream, but Chelsea were getting waxed lyrical about for the last couple of weeks.
Bro, they love Chelsea. They love Chelsea out here. Like, they're the only team that spends £1 billion, and the expectations are, you know what? This is a transition season. Give Jose £1 billion in 2004 and ask him if it's a transition season.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ask any manager in the world.
I don't even want to spend more time on the Newcastle Chelsea game, guys. Just spit out a score prediction and let's go to the Man City game. I think that's the main event.
2-0 Newcastle.
Yeah, look, Chelsea. Newcastle, first of all, don't play with low block. I don't know why this seems to have come about since the Arsenal game, but they don't play with low block. They're tight. They have a good defense. They've got 4 players back: Almiron, Shaw, the Swedish guy up front, and somebody else I can't remember. Guimaraes is back from suspension.
They said you have the Grizz on the hat.
No comment. Big up Grizz, by the way. And I think that we will see Newcastle win 3-1. I think Chelsea are starting to play better for sure, but Newcastle is a tough test, especially away from home. And I think it's going to be tough for them.
Okay. City, 1 second. Now we're going to go to the Manchester City Liverpool game. And before we go any further, we're going to do a quick little game. I want to know, Alisson, Ederson, what you saying? Rack. Alisson, obviously, right? Thing is saying Ederson.
Do I need to speak?
You don't need to speak. Jay, Alisson or Ederson? Just quickly.
Alisson.
Okay. Right back, Kyle Walker or Trent? I think they've already said it, so it's basically between us at this point.
Trent.
Rack, Gavardio over any of your left backs this season? Do you agree?
I mean, Gavardio hasn't been as good as I think City hoped, but Robertson and definitely not Tsimikas have been that great either. So I can accept that.
Okay, can we Vader, would you agree with Diaz and Van Dijk as a center back pairing?
Yeah.
Okay. Diaz and Van Dijk. Midfield.
I wouldn't even want to play Gavardio over Ake, by the way. Like I think Gavardio. Listen, Gavardio. I saw him play for Leipzig like a year ago against Rangers, and I watched this guy defend, and I said, I will never rate this guy as a defender like people are rating him, because I've seen the guy get spun way too many times for him to be in a generational defender. Anyway, back to it. I'd rather Ake than Gavardio, but Gavardio's the best of the rest if you have to pick Gavardio.
Okay. Midfield. What are we saying? Szoboszlai has to be in. Rodri has to be in.
Is it 3? Are we doing 3?
Yeah. Who's the third midfielder, guys? I'm gonna start with Vader.
Why does?
I think Szoboszlai is Liverpool's standout midfielder, so I think he's in. Rodri's in.
Okay, let's start with a default, because I think it's fair. Let's start with the default of 3 City midfielders. Vader, who would your 3 City midfielders be? And then we can see if Szoboszlai is able to force himself in, because I think that's a fair starting point.
This is why I conceded. I'll go Rodri, Silva, and Szoboszlai.
Okay, I'm happy to accept that.
Rodri.
I'm happy with that.
So Bernardo Silva, Rodri, and Szoboszlai, and then the front 3: Mo Salah, Haaland, and Diaz, or Doku, or Foden. What are we saying?
Ooh, that third spot is tough.
That third spot. That's where the argument is really.
So basically, the options for the third spot are what? Jota, Diaz, Doku, Grealish, Foden, basically.
I would say Doku has had the more eye-catching moments for sure, especially recently. There hasn't been enough eye-catching moments for Diaz. There hasn't been enough eye-catching moments for Jota. So, being reasonable, I think you could give it to Doku. I could give it to Doku
because it's that left wing. I'd say Doku.
Fine.
Okay, I'm not sure. I think that back Diaz could be showing absolute levels. You know, like
DBD, the old DBD.
That's what I'm saying. Like now he's got his dad back. Woo! Yeah. I saw that performance against Brazil. Woo, Lordy.
All right, so Vader, chat to me. What do you say? What do you think about the game?
Dad back Diaz is the craziest nickname I've ever heard.
Dad back Diaz. Bro, why are your stocks now? Dad back Diaz. Chef's kiss.
Listen, I don't co-sign that nickname, by the way, but we're fine.
Yeah.
All right, so Doku's in, by the way, right? So it's Salah, Haaland, and Doku.
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah, I think that works.
Okay.
My
man says you should back Jota. You know what? It's going to be a conversation. I'm going to try to get the combined 11, but I don't know why. What's Alisson's name? Like, how do you spell it? Like, why is it not allowing me to pick him?
Is
it A-double-L?
Yeah, there's a double S. ALISSON, Alisson. I think this. Yeah, it's okay, however it's not the English.
Put
by the way, Trent got into this. By the way, Trent and Kyle Walker, I broke the tie and I put Kyle Walker in.
Yeah. I mean, if you want offensive, then I think Trent. If you're looking for something defensive, then Walker makes it better. But listen, anyways, this game.
Talk to me about the game.
I'm gonna say this about the game, man. First and foremost, Rax knows this. There's always respect. When I see him on the screen, when we're talking football, always mutual respect. It's been difficult years trying to win titles, and he's taken it to the very last day. And I think, because this is one of my shows up and coming. I think this title pursuit is going to be the toughest since 2018. And we all know how difficult 2018 was and how late in the season it was decided. And it was a fight. And looking at the first 12 games, the number of points accumulated, the wins amongst the top 4 or 5 teams, I think it's been that tight, that difficult since 2018. So I think it's going to continue to be fierce. But this game in particular, Liverpool have the weaponry to make it difficult. Where I'm a little more comfortable sitting leaning back in my chair is because it's at the Etihad. And the amount of wins that we've been able to rack has been nice, man. It's been nice. So I think we're going to respect Liverpool. I don't think we're going to be as naive or as lax defensively as we were against Chelsea because of the respect that we have, and we know how dangerous Salah and I'll shout out Nunez, but we know how dangerous that they can be. So I think we get the win at the Etihad, but I think it's going to be one of those classic matches where you're not going to want to leave the screen. Like whoever is in possession, I think you're going to be glued, locked in because something dangerous is going to happen. I see us, and I don't like giving score predictions before I see the lineup, but I do say that we are winning at the Etihad in whatever form we happen to be coming out of the international break. It's killing me. I got to watch this game at 7:30. But as a fan, that's what you got to do when you're an international fan. But I'm going to watch this game expecting a win. And that Chelsea draw, which felt like a loss, doesn't really bug me too much because we always do something silly before international break. We always crap the bed and, surrender a loss to Tottenham or play poorly against
Jay catching strays.
Relax. But we always do something silly like that, and I'm confident that City is going to be prepared to get this win against Liverpool. Shout out to Klopp and the squad. It's going to be a battle.
Big up all the people in the comment section. Let me know your score predictions and why you think they could win. By the way, just before you go, Jay, I do have the team finished, and this is what it looks like. Okay. Can you guys see it? There you go.
Yeah.
That is the team.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good looking team. Looks good.
I think that's fair. But
I agree.
it's surprising that Alisson, I think if you had Ederson in this team and no Szoboszlai, it wouldn't look fair. But the fact that we put those two guys in, it brings more balance to the whole team. Because or else it would be all City. Literally. I think Jota has a case over Doku, though.
Jota's been good, but Jota's been this. But I think with that kind of midfield, you could probably afford to play Jota. You know, you could just have a shooter because there's a lot of creativity in that midfield to be creating chances. That's why it's balance of positions as well. So it's like if you pick Trent, you'd want Jota because you wouldn't need to have Doku creating if you had someone like Trent who was also there. Jota back stick with Trent, cash money. So it's a good team though.
It's ironic because probably if Pep was the manager, Pep would probably put Trent in ahead of Walker. So it's kind of ironic that they're on the opposite sides. But you know, look, City have performed better in recent times, so it makes sense that they've got more people in the team.
And you guys have given your score predictions, by the way. Vader, what was yours?
Not yet. No, I
wanted we're winning. I didn't give a score prediction.
I wanted to just ask.
One second. Just before you go, Vader, you're not going to give a score prediction at all.
I said we're winning. I haven't given a score prediction. We're winning.
So you're not going to give a score prediction?
I can until I see the lineup. Follow me on Twitter. I will give a score prediction once I see the lineup.
Okay. If they pick the lineup that you want, what would the score be?
If they pick the 3-1.
Miguel already wants that score prediction.
And Rack, what about you?
Look, wait, Rack didn't do no preview. Let Rack talk about.
I haven't talked about it.
He hasn't done that yet.
Yeah.
So, off the bat, City's usually a difficult place to go for any team. Even though we've started the season well, I have question marks about our ability to defend in general. We've got a decent record overall, but I still see us being. We've given up chances in the past, and I don't really mind giving up chances if those chances don't come necessarily from good fluent football. But I've seen us cut through. Definitely last season, which obviously gives your confidence a hell of a knock. And even this season, I've seen us concede some crazy chances, which we need to be doing better and cutting those off. So I'm not quite sure if we're ready to challenge City for the title just yet, to be absolutely honest. I go into this game, if Haaland is not playing, that gives me some confidence, obviously, because he's probably the best striker in the world. But obviously,
I respect you for that because there's some shameless Liverpool fans that say they'd rather face Alvarez than Haaland. I respect you for your honesty because some of you, not you, but some of you move crazy and say they'd rather Alvarez than Haaland.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's fair. That's that. There's crazy people in most fan bases, as you know, and
listen, look, I don't know why people are taking shots at my guy Jamie. Let him be. Just because he said it last stream, it's okay.
But anyway, so it's going to be a tough game. If I go to City and we can stop them getting all 3 points, i.e., if we get a draw, or if we can do somehow what we did against Newcastle, sit back, not necessarily a low block, but just keep it tight and keep them on a counter attack. I think we have a chance. We'll have an opportunity to score goals. Chelsea exploited some mistakes that City made, so they're not as invincible as they were in the latter half. Because the first half of last season, they weren't that great, and that's the point when I was saying that Arsenal are going to win the league. Second half of the season, they were imperious and obviously ran away with everything. So if we can exploit potential weaknesses if we play it right, and I think that means keeping it tight and maybe looking at counter-attacking opportunities. But if you give me a draw right now, I take the draw and shake your hand and walk off into the sunset.
You're on mute.
So I always use
Jay, sorry, just so we get the actual score that Rack wants. What is it?
Oh, sorry. 1-1.
So Rack is going with a 1-1 draw. Vader is going with a 3-1 victory.
With my lineup, Miguel.
With your lineup, yes.
Okay.
and then I am gonna go with, just before we go to Jay to finish off the stream, I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw. I think the two teams cancel each other out on the day, and I do think that they're going to bowl. It's going to be a game where you're going to see Liverpool come out firing, catch them on the break, and then City late in the game are going to come roaring back, and it's just going to be one of those cagey games where anyone can win at the end, but it comes out at the end of the day an even draw. And it's going to be a high-scoring 2-2 draw, in my opinion. And I think that's more than likely to happen. And I think it's happened before. But yeah, Jay, take it away, bro.
So watching both teams this season, I always use how Spurs play against a team as a barometer of kind of like how good I think that team is. When Liverpool came to Spurs, they shocked me. They surprised me how good they were. Like 11 versus 11. I wasn't expecting them to be that good. Maybe Spurs aren't as good as I think Spurs are.
I was going to say that.
Conversation. Well, that's a conversation for another day.
It's a good theory.
Yeah. So for me, I look at it and I look at how City defended. And as much as I want to say City, you know, the control, the balance, they're just not quite there yet this season. They've still got a lot of moving parts in the team, midfield. Non-bar Doku, like the Nunes, the Kovacic, they're not quite putting it 100% together. Flashes, like moments.
Mm-hmm.
Against Liverpool, it's a game where I'm looking at and I'm thinking Liverpool's attack is so potent at the moment. It's like I can see Liverpool leaving this game with 2 goals. Do you know what I mean? So the defense with Van Dijk, it's been good, but I think it's papering over cracks as well. Because I think Liverpool, Alisson's been making great saves at like 1-0s and 0-0s. And Van Dijk is playing very well, but teams are still getting in. I think the lack of a DM is going to cost Liverpool in this game. But I think they've got the firepower to stick in it. I'm going 4-2 City. I think City are going to need to score multiple goals in this game to win it. Less than if they don't score 4 goals, they're drawing this game essentially. Well, 3 goals. Yeah. So
just for the clip, I'm gonna say this again. The score predictions that we've gone for the Man City Liverpool game this upcoming weekend, I've gone with the 2-2 draw. Jay, you've gone with?
I'm going 4-2 City.
Rack?
1-1.
And Vader with your team?
3-1.
There you go. And that pretty much wraps up the score predictions and everything else for today. I'm just gonna say big up Jay for coming on. Always reliable, Jay. Big respect to you for jumping on, man. Rack in the building. Rack, always appreciate you jumping on. Also, it's been a while. Hopefully, we can get you back on another time. Also, maybe book you in for Sunday if Vader and Jay if Vader and you both are available Sunday after the game. We'll talk. And then cool. when it comes to Vader, you can catch him. He has his own channel, Vader Games. I'm gonna put the link in the description. And Rack and Jay, you can catch them on many other channels. Anywhere you want to shout out?
Now you can see me floating. Like I'll be doing Time Added On with Alan. Do some stuff with Kaz. I think we've got like a midday thing tomorrow with Kaz and a few other things. I'm trying to be a bit more selective about where I appear. You know, I gotta protect the brands. You know, so
there you go. And Rack.
I'm about Terrace usually and Judge Mo's channel and here obviously. So yeah, a little bit. I'm not quite as selective as Jay, but I get about.
Yeah. I hope we smash Brentford 5-6. That's not. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but that's very ambitious. Big up to Tamia. Big up Pac-Man, my number 1 Man City hater. But you know what? He's always here, so I appreciate him. But yeah, everyone in the comment section, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll catch you on the next stream. Check me out on Time Added On. I'm going there with Hussam Hamza. It's going to be an absolute war. We're going to be doing our team of the season and flop of the season. But yeah, Vader, hopefully we see your lineup. So even if your prediction doesn't go well, we can still hold you accountable. But yeah. Oh, you didn't tell us what your lineup is. That's the cheat code. You didn't tell us what your lineup is. We're going to have to find out what your lineup is. Don't worry. Anyways, we're out of here. People love.
Yo, blood.